Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another round of Zori's Lessons Learned in Paradise. It's been a long time since I've showed up here, and I could say that it's because I've been very busy with a lot of things, but that would be a lie. The truth is that I've been waiting for a moment when this would feel right for me, when I would just be really sensing I have things I want to share, and this is the right moment and the right time for me to share them, because I found that when I tune into that inner voice or inner gut feeling of when is it the right time and the right place to do things, it's usually very empowering for me because it brings the right messages back from those who are listening, and it's also empowering for them because they get to hear the exact thing at the exact moment when they need it. So that's why today I have 3 things I want to share with you um, that hopefully would help us connect in this way that is quite fascinating for me. And those 3 things have to do with um, finding your teacher or partner in something you want to do. The second one has to do with the infinite nature of love and consciousness and how it looks like when you act out of those of this awareness. And the third one has to do with our relationship to food and what it can teach us. So starting off, recently I was at the Bali Spirit Festival, and one of the teachers there, of the yoga teachers there, had this just very, very honest statement that he put out there, which was like, I've been learning and doing and teaching yoga for most of my life, and I don't know what yoga is. And when he said that, it triggered a lot in me, in the sense of realizing that I've been thinking like I don't know what yoga is, but then I realized, oh, I know what yoga is. You know, it's that process of searching for what something means for you and learning from it. And I've been doing that for most of my life as well. It's just that I didn't move in that specific way. And at the same time, I will also not know what yoga is ever and what anything else is ever. And it's just that process of learning. And when he said that, it helped me to understand that I'm my own teacher, that there is nobody that can ever teach me anything. And as I went through all these experiences in this amazing festival, where people were just sharing a lot of yoga and personal development and spiritual and all kinds of different activities and practices, and as I went through that experience, I really kind of started sensing this power of being my own teacher, in the sense that there is nobody out there that can ever be that one person that teaches me things, that one person that teaches me things is me. And that also at the same time, that one person that teaches me things is you, is anybody that's staying in front of me right now and has something to share that is triggering things in me, that is helping me understand the world in a different way. And in that sense, each person is my teacher. And it really helped me, because I've had this approach towards this, but I've also had this approach towards starting a new project, where I was like, oh, I need to find a partner, because otherwise I cannot do this on my own. I have to have a partner. And I've realized, you know, it's just like with love. It's like, in love, if you keep on looking for that person because you feel incomplete and you feel like, oh, I need to have a person next to me, it's never gonna work, because you're still looking for that happiness or that love to come from the outside. And you have to start feeling it first in yourself to be able to ever experience it with another person. And it's the same thing with starting a project or learning something. It's like, you have to first be able to stay with yourself and be happy learning by yourself and experiencing things by yourself and doing things by yourself, to be really able to partner up with anybody or to learn from anybody. And in that sense, it helped me understand that everybody is my partner in what I want to do. Every single person is my partner. And maybe at some point I would have like a partner with whom I'm going to share some of that journey. But that's anyway going to be a short while, because that's how life is. Everything is temporary. And that ultimately I'm by myself and I'm with everybody else. Everybody else is my teacher, everybody else is my partner. I'm my teacher, I'm my partner. And it's been an amazing, amazing realization for me. The second lesson that I wanted to share today has to do with something else I experienced at the festival, which was something called the trance dance, where you have like your eyes blindfolded, and then they play some strong tribal kind of music, and you just dance and let your body move and see what that brings to you. And as I was moving at some point in my own crazy trip, I had this movement that started coming out of me. And as I stayed with it, I was like, what the hell is that? And I felt like I tuned into it and I realized it was some kind of bright white light or string or something that I was taking out of me. And I was full of it. I was full of this light. And I was like, okay. And as I was taking it out, I was like, oh, it's filling up the space around me. What is this thing? And I was like sensing that it's love. It's love. And I was like, oh, okay. And then when do I stop doing this? Like how do I know when it's enough or something? And it was like, it's endless. I was like, oh, okay. It's endless. It's endless in me, it's endless around me. And then I was like, okay, I understand that. And then at some point my hands started doing like this. And I was like, what is this thing now? And it was like, oh, it's black. Probably something bad that I need to remove from my body in order to be full of that light of love or something. And I felt like I keep on doing this. And then I thought it was something negative. And I realized at some point that actually it was consciousness. And that consciousness was also endless. And it was mixing up with the love, both in me and around me. It was a very deep experience for me because my intention for that trance dance was to see what is my next major leap in terms of my path of personal development and also starting something new. And I realized that this was my next major step. It was recognizing the infinite nature of love and consciousness. And it's been amazing, like all the things that I've been bombarded with lately. But for example, one thing I wanted to share is like that I found that there's a way to connect to people from those two states that is just amazing. Like one of them is the love connection. And with the love connection, you basically stay with another person in their experience, not as, oh, I'm here with you while you're going through that, but really allowing that fear or anger or pain or joy or whatever it is they're going through to really be in your body, allowing that to enter in you and expressing that to them and staying with them in their experience and helping them go through it in that way of like, we're here together and we're connected because we're both experiencing this thing. And I found this profoundly and unconditionally and like just beautiful and helpful for people and for myself. So that's the love, the endless love perspective, just coming out of that abundant state of I have space for you and I have love for you. And And then there's the consciousness part, where there's this way of communicating which is like quite slow and quite profound, in the sense of, oh, I'm going to stay here now and I'm going to just let my mind generate what is it that I want to share with you right now. And it enters in this symbolic and weird exploration where you feel like it's not you that's doing the talking. You're very aware that it's something higher than you that's doing the talking, and the other person is aware of that. And it's just this space that opens up of like, it's not just us talking here, it's just us talking for everybody and everything in this world. And it's beautiful and it's fascinating. So that was my second lesson. And my third lesson today has to do with our relationship to food and what it has taught me. So every day I sit down and I have a salad, a fruit salad for breakfast. And as I do, I try to understand what is it that this fruit salad has to tell me today. And I've been through a lot of different things, through like just looking at the salad as just mindfully eating and enjoying and feeling it, through making love to it, like feeling like, oh, it's the love of my life and I'm eating it right now, and sensing that, or like setting an intention for it, or recognizing, oh, this is my fear, for example, that I've just caught and I've cut it down into small pieces and I'm going to consume it, or this is like small baby plants screaming as I eat them. So all kinds of different perspectives that I've found as I go every day through this experience of staying with it. And what I understood from this is that it's not something that I will ever find as an answer of what is food for me, but it's more like this process of playing with what might be its significance, that is so empowering, and every single day I'm learning new things from it, and it's also teaching me to go through the rest of my day with that sense of playing with the significance or the meaning of different things that happen to me, and I found that very empowering for me. So yeah, those were the three things I wanted to share today, and I'm very grateful for you guys tuning in and looking forward to any thoughts or comments or reflections that you have about this. Love you all. Have an amazing day.